Hi and welcome to the IPS 2 StitchMe software tutorial. My name is Joe Mossbacker and I'll be your host. The StitchMe module performs the orthomosaicing stage, the final stage in the orthophoto production process. The program's main features are auto histogram and exposure adjustment, auto seamline selection, sheet division, and manual seamline editing. The StitchMe module was designed to be as simple and easy to use as possible. The fully automated process yields very high performance and quality. The topics I'll cover in this tutorial will be data preparation, general layout, creating a mosaic, and manual seamline editing. The input must consist of orthophotos in TIFF format and ArcGIS TIFF World files. The program's output include orthomosaics in TIFF format with or without compression and a TFW for each sheet. If needed, you can also export the seam lines and image footprints as ESRI shapefiles. In the main window you'll find Function tabs, a geographic map view, Table of Contents, and a color adjustment pane. To create a new project, press New under the Project tab. The Create New Project form will open. First choose a location and name for the project file. Next, browse for the folder containing the orthophotos you wish to mosaic. Choose a working folder. This folder is used to store all process files. The output folder is where the final mosaic will be stored. The tiles file defines the sheet division. Press on Create Tiles file to open the sheet division form. Select a location and name for the output tile file. The upper left and lower right corners of the project are extracted automatically from the images, but can be changed manually. The project can be divided either by the number of columns and rows or by sheet dimensions. Use this handy tool to estimate the final size of each tile. The maximum allowed size for one file is 2 GB. You can skip specific stages by disabling their checkbox. I recommend enabling the generalized seam lines in most projects. It shortens processing time and does not sacrifice quality. If you do not have a powerful GPU, it's a good idea to disable it. For more details concerning the various parameters, please refer to the StitchMe manual. Press Run to start the process. If partial data already exists, you can choose to overwrite it or create a backup. Now sit back and let StitchMe do all the work. The next step is Seamline Editing. Go to the Seamline Editing tab and press Create Main DB. This will convert the project seamlines into an editable geodatabase layer. Once created, the layer will be loaded to the map view. The layer will consist of seam lines, hotspots, and image centers. A hotspot is a connection point between multiple seam lines. To load the output sheets to the map view, press on Load Background Sheets in the Seamline Editing tab. If overviews do not exist for these files, I highly recommend creating pyramids. I recommend working with a map scale similar to that of the end product. In this case, 1 to 1000 meters. To edit a seam line, first enable the Seamline Selection tool. Then select the seam line you wish to edit by holding down the Control key and drawing a box containing the seam line. After a seamline is selected, a yellow constraining polygon will appear. This polygon represents the area in which the seamline can be moved. Draw the new seamline by adding vertexes with the left mouse button. Add the first vertex on the side of the seamline you wish to expand. Then cross over the seamline and add vertexes to shape the new seamline. Cross over the existing seamline once more at the point where you wish to end your edit. Double-click to accept the drawing, or press Escape to discard the changes. After editing, the seamline can be marked as finished for administrative purposes. The location of a hotspot can also be edited, but editing a hotspot will move with it all the adjoining seamlines. The amount of the adjoining seamlines moved in the direction of the new hotspot location is determined by the point cut radius. The size of the point cut radius is displayed on the map by an orange circle. After deciding on the optimal point cut radius, simply drag the hotspot to the new location. A yellow constraining polygon will also appear when editing the hotspot. The hotspot cannot be moved outside the constraints of the yellow polygon. When you finish editing the seamlines, press the Commit Changes to StitchMe button to convert the geodatabase back to StitchMe readable files. To make manual color adjustments, first enable the Image Selection tool. Then select the images you wish to adjust. Use the Color Adjustment pane on your right to adjust the color for the selected images. When you're done, either press Commit All Color Transformations to accept the changes, or press Reset All Color Transformations to return to their original settings. Next, go to the Sheets Editing tab. Press Import Sheets to display the current sheet template. To edit a sheet, first enable the Sheet Selection tool. Then select the sheet, holding down the Control button. Then adjust the sheet size to the desired proportions. To accept the changes, press the Save Sheets to Tile File button. To create the sheets with all of the changes, go back to the Project tab and run the process again. When prompted, I advise to create a backup of the existing tiles. When the process finishes, all of the tiles can be found in the output folder.